Now we are joined live here on Top Line. Senator Frank Lautenberg, Democrat of New Jersey. Thank you for joining us here. You have been really sounding the alarm bell about rail security in this country. And of course, there are real concerns now after the bin Laden raid about what...
The postmortem there said that they were still looking to have attacks against the rail systems in our country. And so the evidence is there that it's really dangerous.
Well, my question to you then, is Congress serious about dealing with rail security?
Well, I think they're serious, but they're not really paying the kind of attention that it needs. Since 2004, there have been some 1,300 attacks. 4,000 people have died, thousands of injuries. And how can we ignore that when these areas are susceptible to terrorist inclinations?
Senator, tell us what it would actually look like. A lot of people are still surprised. You can ride into Midtown Manhattan, you can get off at Union Station just a few blocks from the Capitol, and you don't see any visible security along the way. Does that all need to change? Do we need to essentially make our train stations as secure as our airports and our airliners?
Well, you bring into mind something very important, and that is a presence of security has to be around. People have to believe that there's a camera, that there's someone watching what they're doing. And Homeland Security now has a mission that's see something, say something. Now, I don't know whether that oven by itself can do anything, but more funding and more systems and the best technology available is deserved and must be done. Only 2% of the travel security risk is funded presently, and that's not sufficient when you think that the number of people who travel by train far multiples of 10 exceed aviation travel, and so we've got to pay attention to it. And we from New Jersey are sounding the alarm because New Jersey is a commuting state. There are over 700,000 people a day that get in trains on the Northeast Corridor. That's between Washington and Boston. So we've got to pay attention to it, and that's my fight.
I want to ask you, switch to the budget fight. All indications coming out of these Biden talks on the debt ceiling are that they're looking at least $1 trillion in spending cuts. I want to ask you, is the White House giving in too much to Republicans on this? Does it really make sense, given where the economy is right now, to be talking about $1 trillion or more in spending cuts?
It doesn't in my mind, but the Republicans are insisting on playing Russian roulette with the debt ceiling.
But do you think the White House should be fighting this more? I mean, do you think the White House should not be giving in on...
I think that they should be, but the question is, we're not seeing what they're seeing. They all know how dangerous it is, what that could do to our creditworthiness standing in the world. It could be demolition of our credibility, and we can't take it. So the White House has to be tough. And the people on the other side have to understand the risk that they are playing with when they stand aside and say, okay, we're not going to do the debt ceiling increase unless we get cuts. That's no time for negotiating that. Do that at another time, but not now.
Senator, in our last minute here, I want to ask you a New Jersey question. We've seen so much press around Chris Christie. He seems like he's the Republican rock star. What's your view from the Garden State of Chris Christie? Do you think he's the rock star that Republicans seem to think he is?
Well, I don't want to challenge public opinion if he is a rock star. I think that we are exercising our judgments about what government is. I see government as an assist to people to help them make progress. I am personally experienced it. I came from a poor family. The GI Bill turned my life around, and we know instances like that occur all the time. Governor Christie is determined to carry out, as I see it, the public mantra, cut, cut, cut. When you cut so much, blood starts oozing, and when blood starts oozing, you're in a terminal stage, and we have to be very careful about this. So I don't think Frank that he's a rock star. I haven't heard him sing, by the way.
All right.
We love it. All right.
Senator Lautenberg, thank you for joining us on Top Line.
Good to see
Appreciate
you.
it.